stranded on a Texas road. She smiled and said, "I can make space for you if you like." His car hummed steadily until a sudden, sharp sound made him slam on the brakes. Smoke curled from under the hood, and the engine died. He parked the car to the side of the road, his forehead damp with sweat. The desert was quiet except for the distant cry of a hawk and the faint rustle of dry grass. He tried his phone. No signal. Just one tiny bar blinking at him, useless. The nearest town was miles away. The sun was dropping fast, and a cold sense of worry crept in. Alex leaned back against the door and tried to calm himself. "Great," he muttered. "Just great, stranded in the middle of nowhere." He checked the map for the third time, hoping he had missed a nearby gas station or repair shop. Nothing. Only a long, lonely stretch of highway that seemed to stretch into infinity. Time passed slowly. Cars passed occasionally, but most were too far away to stop. His hope dwindled with every passing minute. He tried to fix the car himself, but it was beyond his expertise. "I guess I'm walking," he said aloud, though the thought of walking miles through the desert as the sky darkened didn't appeal to him. Then he saw headlights. Far in the distance, a car appeared, smooth and steady. Alex waved his arms frantically, hoping it would stop. The headlights moved closer, but there was something unusual about the car. Its shape was sleek and smooth, almost like it had been carved from liquid metal. As it approached, Alex noticed the faint shimmer of rainbow-like colors running across its surface, flickering softly in the evening light. The car stopped just a few feet from him. A door opened silently, and a woman stepped out. She was tall, graceful, and wore a simple outfit that somehow looked both futuristic and comfortable. Her hair caught the sun, reflecting light in gentle streaks. "Hi," she said, smiling warmly. Her voice was calm, but it carried a strange resonance, almost musical. "Looks like you could use some help." Alex blinked, unsure how to respond. Yeah, my car broke down. I don't think I can fix it." She nodded knowingly. "I can make space for you if you like." He froze. "Make space?" She smiled wider, tilting her head slightly. "Come with me and you'll see." Alex hesitated. His instincts screamed caution. A stranger in the middle of the desert offering what sounded like magic. He shook his head. "I don't even know you. Are you real?" "I am," she said simply. Her smile did not waver. "But reality is bigger than you think." He laughed nervously. "Okay, this is definitely not what I expected tonight." She extended her hand. "Come on, you won't regret it." Curiosity outweighed caution. Something about her felt safe, calm, honest. Tentatively, Alex took her hand. The moment he stepped toward her car, the air seemed to ripple, as if reality itself was bending. The ground beneath him seemed to soften and stretch, then, just as suddenly, the desert fell away. Alex stumbled slightly but held onto the woman's hand. Around him, the stars emerged, not just the ones in the sky, but stars in colors and patterns he had never seen before. He felt his stomach lurch in surprise and awe. The woman chuckled softly. "Don't worry. You'll get used to it." He tried to speak, but no words came. The Texas highway, the setting sun, the dry desert, all vanished in a blink. In their place was a vast expanse of glowing points of light, moving in ways that made no sense. What is this?" he whispered. She glanced at him, calm and patient. "This is the space between worlds. It's a shortcut, a way to travel far faster than you could imagine." Alex's mind raced. "You mean we're in space?" "Not exactly space as you know it," she said, her voice gentle. "It's a layer beyond your world. Few humans have ever experienced it, but you're safe, trust me." He swallowed hard, still gripping the edge of the car. I don't even know what to say." "Then don't say anything," she replied. "Just observe, let yourself see." And Alex did. He could feel the hum of the car beneath him, but it wasn't just a car anymore. It was alive with energy, bending and twisting around him. The stars outside moved, shifted, and pulsed with colors that made his head spin. It was beautiful, terrifying. And he was completely alone except for her. She turned to him, her smile steady. "You humans have something remarkable," she said, Curiosity, courage, the ability to adapt when things seem impossible. Alex laughed nervously. I'm not sure I feel very remarkable right now. I'm just trying not to panic. That's exactly what I mean, she said softly. Even in fear, you adapt, you survive, you think, you reason, you act. He studied her face. There was something different about her, something that made him want to trust her completely. Who are you? He asked. I'm a traveler, she said simply. A guide of sorts. I help those who are ready to see beyond their world. He nodded slowly, though his mind was spinning. He wanted to ask more questions, but the view outside demanded his attention. Stars, galaxies, and streams of light stretched endlessly. The air was filled with a quiet hum, almost like music without sound. He realized he had never felt so small, and yet, in some strange way, he felt larger than ever before. The woman watched him, smiling. You have a good heart, Alex, that's rare. Most people would be too afraid to step forward, but you took a chance. I guess, he said, still trying to comprehend everything. I didn't really have a choice. She laughed softly. There's always a choice, even when it doesn't feel like it. You chose to trust, and that matters. Alex felt a strange warmth in his chest. He didn't understand any of it, but he felt safe. He felt curious, alive. They traveled in silence for a while, the kind of silence that isn't empty but full of understanding. He watched the strange patterns of light and energy passing by. His mind began to settle, to wonder what other mysteries awaited him. Finally, he dared to speak again. Where are we going? She glanced at him, eyes twinkling. Somewhere that will show you what humans are truly capable of. Somewhere that will let you see the universe and yourself in ways you've never imagined. Alex felt a thrill of excitement. Fear was still there, yes, but it had transformed into anticipation. Something inside him whispered that his life had changed forever. As the stars shifted and the strange car hummed beneath him, he realized that the world he had known, the dry Texas highway, the broken-down car, the fading sunset, was now only a memory. Ahead lay something entirely new, something impossible, something incredible. And as the woman's calm smile met his, he knew one thing for certain. He was no longer just a traveler on a lonely road. He had stepped into something far larger than himself, and the universe was waiting. For the first time in a long time, Alex smiled. The strange, shimmering car hummed softly as it floated through the glowing expanse of light. Alex's heart was still racing, but a new feeling had begun to grow, excitement. He leaned back, trying to take everything in. Around him, patterns of energy danced like ribbons of color, twisting and turning in ways that made his mind ache with wonder. This is incredible, he said. His voice was barely a whisper. The woman glanced at him, her calm smile steady. It is. But this is just the beginning. The universe has many layers, many paths. Most humans never see beyond their own world. Alex turned fully to study her. Why me? Why now? She laughed softly. Curiosity finds its way to the right people. You were ready, whether you knew it or not. The car seemed to respond to her words. The light around them shifted, pulsing faster, stretching forward into a tunnel of energy. Alex felt as if he were moving at impossible speeds, yet no part of him felt harmed or thrown about. The air hummed around him like a gentle wind brushing over skin, and a faint vibration ran through his chest. He gripped the edge of his seat. I don't even know how to describe this. It's like the road itself is alive. It is, she said. Not the road exactly, but space itself can be bent, shaped, and traveled if you understand how to listen to it. Most beings don't know how to do this. Humans are young, but you have potential. Alex swallowed hard, trying to keep his thoughts from spinning too fast. Potential for what? To see, to learn, to solve. She gestured at the patterns of colored light flowing around them. You will encounter things that challenge understanding, things even my kind sometimes cannot predict. But humans find clever solutions in unexpected ways. Alex's curiosity surged. unexpected ways like improvisation. Yes, she said, her voice carrying warmth. Creativity, courage, resourcefulness, that is the true power of humanity. He nodded, feeling a strange mix of pride and humility. I never thought of humans like that. Most of the time, we just try to survive. Survival is the first step, she said. But the second step, understanding, adapting, imagining, is where humans shine. The light tunnel stretched longer, brighter, and Alex realized that the familiar stars of Earth had disappeared. In their place were glowing spheres, arcs of energy, and streaks of light that moved independently, forming patterns he couldn't hope to name. "Where are we going?" he asked, still trying to make sense of it. "Somewhere that will let you see what humans can do," she said. "Somewhere that will need your thinking, your creativity, and your courage." Alex tried to imagine. "You mean some kind of test?" She shook her head gently. "Not a test, an opportunity." The car slowed and they passed through a ring of shimmering light. On the other side was a massive structure floating in space, glowing with a soft, inviting radiance. It was unlike any building Alex had ever seen. Shapes flowed into one another, curves and angles twisting impossibly, surfaces reflecting colors that didn't exist in his world. "Welcome," she said, guiding the car toward it. "This is a place where travelers like you can explore, learn, and contribute. Many species visit, but rarely does a human arrive. You are special." Alex stared, mouth slightly open. "It's beautiful, but what is it?" "It's a hub," she explained. "A meeting place, a laboratory, a library, and sometimes a sanctuary. You will understand more soon." The car settled on a smooth platform that seemed to accept it perfectly. Alex stepped out carefully. His feet touched a surface that felt solid yet soft, as if it could adapt to his weight. The air smelled faintly sweet, like a mix of flowers and ozone. The walls pulsed gently with light, and strange symbols floated in mid-air, glowing and shifting like living text. "This place, it's alive," he whispered. "Yes," she said, "but not alive like you are. It reacts to thought, intention, and emotion. Watch and it will guide you." Alex raised a hand hesitantly. The symbols shifted, forming patterns that mirrored the motion of his fingers. His heart leapt. "It's responding to me." "Exactly," she said. "Every human touches the universe differently. Your creativity, your reasoning, your empathy, these leave traces." He looked around, awestruck. The feeling of being small on Earth had vanished. Here he was part of something far bigger, something that seemed to notice and respond to him. Can we explore?" he asked. She nodded. "Of course. But remember, observation is as important as action. Watch carefully, think, learn." The universe rewards thought and understanding more than force. They moved deeper into the hub. Alex marveled at the architecture. Corridors that twisted like ribbons, rooms that seemed to expand when he entered, and floating spheres that projected images of planets, stars, and galaxies. "This place is incredible," he said. "It's more than I ever imagined humans could encounter." The woman smiled. "And yet, even here, humans can shine. There is a colony nearby that needs attention. It is in danger not from war or from creatures, but from a natural phenomenon. You will help them." Alex blinked. "Me? How? I'm just one person." "You are human," she said simply. "That is enough. Your mind, your instincts, and your creativity can solve problems even advanced technology cannot. Watch." She gestured, and a holographic projection appeared. A small settlement on a planet orbited a bright star. Energy streams twisted around it unpredictably, threatening the stability of the colony's structures. Most species would observe, record data, and hope for the best. But she turned to him. "I need your insight." Alex stared at the hologram. "You want me to fix it?" "Yes," she said. "Use your human ingenuity, think, solve, experiment. You may be the key." Alex swallowed. His mind raced. "Okay, I can try." The woman stepped aside, giving him space. He studied the hologram, noticing patterns and connections. The energy streams weren't random. They followed a rhythm, a pattern. Using his engineering experience, he suggested subtle adjustments, combining his ideas with the hub's technology. Slowly, the energy stream stabilized in the projection. "It works," he whispered. "It's stabilized." The woman smiled, genuine admiration in her eyes. "I rarely see this. You humans, your thinking is remarkable. You combine instinct and reason in ways even advanced beings cannot." Alex felt a surge of pride. I just did what made sense." "That is exactly why humans shine," she said. "You do not overthink. You adapt. You see solutions where others see only obstacles." He laughed softly. "I never thought I'd hear that from someone like you," she chuckled. "You'll meet many like me, and each will find something unique in you. Remember, humanity is young, but it is clever, resourceful, and brave. Do not underestimate what you can do." The hub's corridors stretched endlessly, inviting exploration. Alex felt a thrill he had never known. He could walk these halls, learn their secrets, and, most importantly, make a difference. "Ready to see more?" she asked. Alex nodded eagerly. "Yes. I want to understand everything I can." She smiled and led him deeper, past rooms filled with strange devices, floating lights, and shifting landscapes. Each step was a lesson, each corridor a puzzle. Alex's mind raced with ideas, questions, and wonder. And in the quiet moments as they floated between the walls of light, he realized that the woman had been right. Humans had something special. Not strength, not technology, not sheer numbers, but ingenuity, courage, adaptability, the ability to rise when nothing seemed possible. As they paused on a balcony that overlooked a swirling, luminous galaxy, Alex felt a quiet thrill. He was no longer stranded on a Texas road. He was somewhere bigger than he could have imagined. And for the first time in his life, he truly believed that humans, his species, could face the unknown and thrive. The woman's smile met his, calm and encouraging. "You will see even more, Alex. The universe is vast, and it has room for humans if they are willing to reach for it." Alex nodded, his excitement barely contained. "I'm ready." The stars outside shimmered, and the hub pulsed in gentle response. A new journey had begun, one where human creativity and courage would shape worlds. And Alex was eager to see where it would take him next. Alex's excitement mixed with a new sense of responsibility as the woman guided him deeper into the hub. The walls around them pulsed with soft light, and floating panels displayed data in colors he could barely comprehend. Strange geometries shifted in midair, and every step he took seemed to echo in a way that made him aware of the hub's responsiveness. "Here," she said, pausing beside a wide platform. "This is the colony I told you about. It's small, young, and vulnerable to natural phenomena in its sector. Your insight could save it." Alex peered at the holographic projection. The colony hovered on the surface of a blue and green planet, orbiting a gentle yellow star. Streams of energy swirled unpredictably around it, faintly glowing and bending the colony's buildings. Though no life was at risk, the structures were fragile, and if the energy patterns grew unstable, they could be severely damaged. He felt a familiar surge of curiosity and challenge. "Okay," he said, "how do we fix it?" The woman gestured toward the interface. "Observe the patterns, feel the rhythm, think about what adjustments are possible. Use your understanding, human reasoning, creativity, and ingenuity." Alex nodded, studying the energy streams. They twisted and pulsed like ribbons, moving in patterns that seemed random at first glance. But as he focused, he began to see order beneath the chaos. Each stream had a rhythm, a pulse, a repeatable sequence. It was not unlike electrical currents or fluid dynamics on Earth. He reached out, touching the holographic projection. The energy responded instantly, shifting under his fingers. He smiled. "I think I understand. These streams are not just chaotic, they react to small adjustments. We can guide them rather than fight them." The woman observed quietly. "Good. Your approach is what I mean by human ingenuity. You adapt, you improvise, and you solve." Most advanced civilizations would try brute force, but humans, you innovate. Alex chuckled nervously. I hope I'm not about to mess this up. You won't, she assured him. Trust your instincts. He adjusted the streams, redirecting their flow using gentle, precise gestures. The colony's buildings shimmered as the energy aligned with his guidance. It was like conducting a symphony, with light and energy responding to his smallest adjustments. Every pulse required careful attention, but Alex found a rhythm. His hands moved intuitively, combining his engineering experience with instinctive problem-solving. Minutes passed, though it felt longer. Then the energy stream settled, flowing steadily around the colony. The building stabilized, glowing softly but without distortion. Alex exhaled deeply, a grin spreading across his face. I think I did it. The woman's smile widened, admiration clear in her eyes. Remarkable, you didn't just solve the problem, you did it with elegance. That is the human touch. Alex felt a surge of pride he had never experienced. Not only had he helped the colony, but he had done so in a way no other being in the hub might have considered. I, I guess humans really are clever, he said, more to himself than anyone else. You are clever, she said. And adaptable. That is why I am fascinated by humanity. Most species rely on power, technology, or sheer computation. Humans rely on creativity, intuition, and courage. You are young, but your potential is limitless. Alex looked back at the holographic colony. He felt a connection to the small world, as if his presence had made a tangible difference. It feels good to help, he admitted. It is, she said. But remember, ingenuity is not just for fixing problems. It is also for understanding, exploring, and creating. You are capable of more than survival. You can shape the world around you in ways others cannot. Alex nodded slowly. The weight of her words sank in. Humans were small in the vast universe, yet they possessed a spark, curiosity, courage, and adaptability that could leave a mark even in places far beyond Earth. The hub's walls shifted gently, leading them to a new section. This room was larger, open, and filled with floating orbs of information. Each orb contained data from distant planets, civilizations, and cosmic phenomena. Alex moved closer, peering into an orb that displayed a massive, glowing storm spinning over a desert-like planet. The storm is dangerous, but no one there can stop it, she explained. We observe, but humans often see solutions that others overlook. Alex frowned thoughtfully. What if we guide it, not stop it, just redirect it? She raised an eyebrow, intrigued. Go on. He focused on the storm within the holographic orb. Its patterns reminded him of the energy streams around the colony. Slowly, he traced a path with his hands, imagining the storm's movement altered in small increments. The orb reacted instantly, the storm's spinning energy beginning to align with the path he envisioned. It's working, he whispered. We're not controlling it, just guiding it. Exactly, she said. That is what humans do. You do not dominate. You cooperate, adjust, improvise. That is your strength. Hours passed. Alex guided several other holographic problems, each time applying his reasoning and intuition to adjust the forces at play. With every success, he grew more confident. With every adjustment, he understood more about how his mind, human thought, human creativity was uniquely powerful. The woman observed him quietly, smiling. You see, Alex, you are not just a visitor here, you are a participant. Your mind shapes reality in small but meaningful ways. That is why humans can be remarkable. Alex laughed softly, exhausted but exhilarated. I never thought my skills would matter outside of Earth, and here they make a difference. That's amazing. Yes, she said. And this is only the beginning. There are civilizations, phenomena, and challenges far greater than these. But humans are not limited by fear, by calculation, or by rigidity. You adapt. You learn. You rise. Alex glanced at her, admiration mixed with curiosity. So you've seen other humans. Few, she admitted. Most do not reach this stage. Most remain bound to their world, limited by fear or disbelief. But you were ready. That is rare. He felt a strange pride, not arrogance, but a sense of purpose. Then, what now? He asked. She gestured toward a distant, glowing platform. Now we continue. You will see more, learn more, and face challenges that require exactly what you just demonstrated. And each time, humans shine. Alex nodded, excitement coursing through him. I want to see it all. I want to learn and help wherever I can. The hub responded to his intent, shifting gently to reveal a path filled with more opportunities for discovery. Alex could feel the anticipation of unknown worlds, strange phenomena, and the chance to make a real impact. As they moved, he realized something important. Humans were not the strongest, the fastest, or the most technologically advanced beings in the universe. But their strength lay in their mind, in their heart, in their ability to rise to challenges that others might find impossible. And he was beginning to understand just how far that strength could reach. Finally, they paused at a balcony overlooking a swirling field of energy, vast and beautiful beyond comprehension. Alex's chest swelled with awe. Look closely, she said. The universe is vast, full of challenges and wonders, but humans have the power to change the outcome through thought, courage, and action. You are part of that legacy. Alex looked out at the vast field of energy, feeling small yet capable. He had seen the first glimpse of what humans could do beyond Earth, and he was eager to continue. For the first time, he truly understood the woman's words. The universe was vast, complex, and full of potential. But humans, young and untested, carried a spark, ingenuity, that could light the darkness. And Alex knew, with a deep certainty, that he wanted to see how far that spark could reach. Alex's mind was still buzzing from the events of the previous day. He had helped stabilize a colony, guided storms, and discovered that human intuition and ingenuity could truly make a difference beyond Earth. Yet, as he walked through the shimmering corridors of the hub, he realized there was much he did not understand. The woman walked beside him, her steps quiet but confident. "You've done well, Alex," she said, "but the universe is not just problems to solve. It is a teacher, and it has lessons for humanity, lessons that are both simple and profound." Alex frowned thoughtfully. Lessons? Like what? She gestured at the glowing orbs floating along the corridor. Each orb contained a small world, a civilization, or a unique cosmic phenomenon. Observe carefully. These civilizations have faced challenges, adapted and grown or failed. Humans are young, but the patterns are familiar. You will see what humans can teach and learn. Alex moved closer to one orb. Inside, he saw a planet with sprawling forests and towering cities. The inhabitants were intelligent, advanced, and cooperative, yet something was wrong. Their society had become rigid, relying entirely on rules and logic. Creativity had faded, replaced by calculation. They were efficient, but their culture lacked warmth, curiosity, and courage. "They have power, but they are limited," Alex said slowly. "Exactly," she replied. "Power is meaningless without imagination, empathy, and adaptability. Humans have these qualities in abundance, even when the world seems to weigh against them." Alex studied another orb. This one contained a small species struggling against a massive environmental challenge. Unlike the previous civilization, they were chaotic, improvised, and sometimes reckless, but they adapted, innovated, and survived. Their success was messy, imperfect, but it worked. "You mean humans can be like this too?" he asked. "Yes," she said. "Young civilizations often face chaos, but your species has a unique gift. You can balance creativity with reason, improvisation with logic. That is why I am fascinated by humanity." Alex felt a swell of pride, but also humility. "I never thought of us that way. We're just trying to get by most of the time. Trying to survive is the first step," she said gently. "But the next step, learning, creating, understanding, is where humans truly shine. You have potential that others only dream of." They walked in silence for a while, each orb offering glimpses into countless worlds. Alex could feel his mind stretching, imagining the lives, the challenges, the solutions each civilization had developed. The scale of the universe was overwhelming, yet inspiring. Finally, they stopped at a large observation deck overlooking a massive cosmic phenomenon, a swirling nebula of energy, light, and particles, all interacting in complex, beautiful patterns. Alex's eyes widened. This, she said, is a reminder of both the danger and the beauty of the universe. Most species would be overwhelmed by such complexity, but humans, you can understand it in ways that are subtle, intuitive, and creative. Alex leaned on the railing, watching the colors swirl. I don't know if I can truly understand it. It's so vast. Understanding does not always mean controlling, she explained. It means observing, learning, and finding patterns. Humans are uniquely capable of this. You can make connections others cannot. He thought about the colony he had helped, the storms he had guided. So, even if we're small, we can still have an impact. Yes, she said, her voice gentle but firm. Small does not mean powerless. Humans can influence worlds, civilizations, and even the fabric of the universe through creativity, courage, and empathy. That is why you are important. Alex felt a thrill run through him. For the first time, he realized that being human was not a limitation, it was a strength. His mind, his instincts, and his imagination were tools that could shape reality in ways that raw power could not. Show me more, he said eagerly. I want to understand everything I can. I want to see what humans can do, she smiled. Very well, but first, a lesson in humility. She guided him to a smaller orb, one that contained a planet with a colony facing an environmental threat. Unlike the previous colony, this one was less stable. Their technology was advanced but rigid. They struggled to adapt, and the energy flows threatening them were unlike anything Alex had seen before. Observe carefully, she said. You cannot control this, not yet, but you can learn from it. Alex leaned closer, studying the patterns. The streams of energy pulsed unpredictably. He realized that the solution would not be simple. The colony's technology alone could not stabilize it. They would need insight, creativity, and collaboration. I see, he said slowly. They need guidance, not just a fix. They need to think differently. Exactly, she said. And that is where humans excel. You can see solutions not as rigid steps but as flexible paths. You adapt, you create, you innovate, and that is what will allow you and humanity to thrive. Alex felt a surge of determination. Then let's try. I want to help them if I can, she nodded. Observe, then act. Alex focused, using everything he had learned so far. He adjusted the streams of energy in the hologram, not by force, but by understanding the patterns, predicting how they would shift, and guiding them gently. Slowly the streams aligned, the colony stabilized, and the inhabitants' technology began to synchronize with the natural flow of energy. He exhaled, amazed at the results. It worked, they're stable. The woman's smile was wide, proud, and calm. Well done. You have learned something important. Humans do not conquer by strength alone. You influence through insight, creativity, and understanding. That is the essence of humanity's power. Alex nodded, feeling a deep sense of purpose. I think I'm beginning to understand. Humans may be young, but we have something special, something others might not see right away. Yes, she said, and that is why you will matter. Humanity may be small, but your spark can light the darkness in ways that nothing else can. They moved to a balcony overlooking a vast field of stars, nebulae, and energy streams. Alex felt the weight of the universe pressing gently against him, not with fear, but with possibility. He realized that the challenges ahead would be vast, but he also understood that humans, with courage and ingenuity, could rise to meet them. You're learning quickly, she said, her voice soft, and you are ready for more. The universe is vast and it will test humans in ways you cannot yet imagine, but each test is an opportunity to shine. Alex nodded, excitement surging through him. I'm ready. I want to see what humans can really do. The woman's smile widened. Then prepare yourself, Alex. The universe is patient, but it will not wait forever. Opportunities will come, and when they do, humans must act, not with fear, but with insight, courage, and creativity. Alex looked out at the stars, feeling a deep sense of connection to his species, to the universe, and to the woman who had guided him so far. He understood now that humanity's role was not to dominate, but to adapt, learn, and shape the world through ingenuity. For the first time, he felt a sense of purpose larger than himself. Humans were small in the cosmic scale, yes, but their spark could reach further than he had ever imagined. And I will make the most of it, he thought, determination shining in his eyes. The woman's gaze met his, calm and encouraging. Good, that is the spirit of humanity. Remember it and you will do remarkable things. Alex nodded once more, taking a deep breath. He had come a long way from the Texas highway, from the lonely road and the broken-down car. Now he was part of something larger, something infinite, and he was eager to see where the journey would take him next. The stars shimmered, the hub pulsed, and Alex felt alive in a way he had never known. The universe was vast, full of wonder, and waiting for humans to leave their mark. And Alex would be part of that story. Alex stood on the balcony of the hub, gazing out at the endless expanse of stars and swirling nebulae. The lessons he had learned, the colonies he had helped, the storms he had guided, and the patterns he had observed had changed him. He no longer saw humans as small or weak. He saw them as capable, creative, and adaptable, a species with a spark that could leave its mark on the universe. The woman stood beside him, calm and radiant. Alex, today will test everything you have learned, but it is not a test of strength or fear. It is a test of insight, creativity, and courage. The universe will give you the chance to show what humans are truly capable of. Alex nodded. His heart beat with anticipation. I'm ready, he said, determination shining in his eyes. She gestured toward a vast field of energy in the distance. There is a phenomenon approaching a developing system. It is not dangerous in a conventional sense, but its unpredictable forces could disrupt life there. Advanced beings might observe, calculate, and wait, but humans can act differently. Your task is to guide, adapt, and innovate. Alex's mind raced as he approached the interface. Holographic projections of planets, energy currents, and strange cosmic patterns floated before him. He focused, recalling every lesson the woman had taught him: observation, intuition, improvisation, and the understanding that humans could influence events not through brute force but through insight. He adjusted the first currents of energy, guiding them subtly. The patterns shifted in response, stabilizing slightly. He smiled, small adjustments, thoughtful actions, and patience made a difference. The woman watched him silently, her smile calm but proud. Good, you are thinking like a human. You are combining reasoning, creativity, and empathy. That is how humans influence the universe. Hours passed as Alex worked. He observed the currents, predicted their shifts, and gently guided them to align with the natural rhythms of the system. It was meticulous work, requiring patience and attention to detail, but he thrived on it. During a pause, Alex looked around the hub. Advanced civilizations and beings had observed similar phenomena for centuries, yet few had acted as humans did, intuitively, creatively, and with a sense of empathy. He realized that humans could solve problems in ways others could not by brute calculation or overwhelming power, but through imagination and insight. Look at that, he whispered to himself, watching the energy streams form stable patterns. It's working. The woman nodded. Yes, and this is just the beginning. Humans have the ability to influence entire systems, not through domination but through understanding. That is your strength. As the energy field stabilized, a new projection appeared. It was a young civilization, thriving but fragile, orbiting a bright star. Their structures were delicate, their technology limited, yet they had potential. They need guidance, Alex said softly, just like the colonies before, but on a bigger scale. Exactly, the woman replied. Humans do not act alone. You collaborate, learn, and adapt. Your insight becomes part of the solution. Watch and decide. Alex studied the system carefully. The civilization's energy fields were unpredictable but not unmanageable. He combined the patterns he had learned from previous tasks with new ideas. Slowly, he adjusted the fields, guiding them to stability. It was a moment of pure creation, not building with hands or machines, but shaping reality itself with thought, creativity, and understanding. He felt a sense of pride that went beyond personal accomplishment. He was witnessing the power of humanity expressed on a cosmic scale. The woman's voice broke the quiet. You see, Alex, you do not need to dominate, conquer, or force. You need only observe, understand, and act thoughtfully. Humans shine not in strength alone, but in ingenuity, courage, and insight. Alex smiled, feeling a deep sense of purpose. I understand now. Humans, we have a spark that others might overlook, but it can make a difference everywhere. She nodded. Yes, and there will be many opportunities for humans to show their worth. You are young, but your species carries a potential unmatched in some ways. The universe notices. As they moved to another observation deck, Alex saw patterns of energy and life forming throughout the cosmos. Streams of light, interweaving currents, and nascent civilizations glimmered in the distance. Each represented challenges, opportunities, and potential for growth. This is amazing, Alex whispered. It's like watching life itself grow and adapt. And humans can be a part of it, she said. Your species is small but capable. You influence, guide, and create in ways that even advanced beings respect. Your ingenuity is unique. Your courage is rare, and your empathy, your ability to care while thinking, is powerful. Alex felt a surge of determination. Then we have to help wherever we can, not for glory but because it matters, because humans, we can make a difference. The woman smiled. That is the essence of humanity. You do not need to dominate. You need to observe, understand, and act wisely. And when humans act wisely, the universe benefits. They spent hours observing and guiding the young systems, Alex learning faster with every moment. He applied everything he had learned: careful observation, creativity, improvisation, and collaboration with the hub itself. Each system responded to him differently, yet the results were consistent. Small, thoughtful actions created meaningful change. Finally, they paused on a balcony overlooking a vast spiral of light, a new galaxy forming before their eyes. Alex felt the immensity of it, the potential, the wonder, and the responsibility. This is incredible, he whispered. Humans, we can do so much. Yes, she said softly. And this is only the beginning. Your species is young, but you are capable of shaping your future and the future of others through thought, courage, and empathy. Alex looked at her, awe in his eyes. Then, what happens next? Next, she said, you continue to explore, learn, and act. The universe is vast, full of opportunities and challenges. Humans will encounter more systems, more civilizations, more phenomena, and with each one, you will show what humans are capable of. He nodded, determination surging. I'm ready. I want to keep learning, helping, and seeing what humans can really do. The woman's smile widened. Good. Remember, Alex, the journey is infinite. The universe is patient, but it rewards those who act wisely, creatively, and courageously. Humans are young, but you have the spark to shine brightly. Alex took a deep breath, looking out at the swirling galaxy, the energy currents, and the countless stars beyond. He realized something profound. Humanity's strength was not in domination, not in technology, and not in numbers. It was in the mind, the heart, and the courage to act thoughtfully. And he knew with certainty that humanity could rise to meet the unknown. The woman placed a hand on his shoulder. Are you ready to see more? There is so much to learn, and humans will continue to leave their mark. Alex smiled, feeling a rush of excitement, purpose, and pride. Yes, let's go. As they moved forward, deeper into the hub and closer to new worlds and new challenges, Alex realized that the universe was no longer a place of fear or mystery. It was a place of opportunity, and humanity's spark could illuminate even the darkest corners. He thought back to the Texas road, the broken-down car, and the stranger who had smiled and offered him a chance. That small moment had led him here, to a place where humans mattered, where ingenuity could shape entire worlds, and where courage and creativity were more powerful than any weapon. The stars shimmered, the hub pulsed, and Alex felt alive in a way he had never known. Humanity was young but capable, and he too was ready to explore, learn, and show the universe what humans could do. For the first time, he truly understood. The road less traveled had led him not just across Texas, but to the entire cosmos. And humanity, in all its creativity, courage, and ingenuity, had the power to leave its mark on the universe forever.